want to see the Alliance map. Hytham received a message from Winchester.
Your hidden ally?
Yes.
As a West Saxon stronghold, if you go.
I will make my way to Winchester, and then recite this phrase.
A passage from...
The seat of King Alfred's power, where hawkshit stains my boots. I will find the man in white in their god's house. This must be the house of their timid god. They built him a rich dwelling. What do you see, Sunan?
You are the light of the world.
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
Is that so?
You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do. But I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ.
If I must dance to your tune, tell...
In books, one may find such... Or perhaps...
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
Even the mighty fall, and God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth, was mighty indeed in defense of his God. He was a man of surpassing vigor, well-versed in the Bible, quick of wit, oxen strong, meek as a lamb. Mourning a lord far known and beloved. I give praise to such a man, to keepsake his memory. Requiem. In pace. Amen.
He bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to their God. He rose from the dead? A nice trick, and not easily done. Their god brings them light, just as Baldur does. light as bright as the summer sun.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. Thou art weighed in the balances, and found wanting. Perhaps you should try again. Speak his story, in order.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration. Thou art weighed in the balances, and found wanting. Perhaps you should try again. Speak his story, in order.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face...
His transfiguration.
The women came with offerings.
His and Jesus said,
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle. Now all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They
The
grow
Lord
foolish.
takes the best of us to sit beside him.
Bishop Aelfirth? He is not with God. He is locked in the flaming crypt where all heretics go.
Hush, they'll hear you.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
I learned that my gods and yours inspire tales of equal amusement. They make me howl with laughter.
A dull answer, but a battle-blunted axe may yet be sharpened.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. To the Dane laws of hospitality.
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor...
The gallows, the
Two now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Seax, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, His death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve...
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the...
Where was he last seen?
At his house, Eivor.
Not yet. I need to find this reeve, Goodwin. Sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. Someone disagrees with Alfred educating the people of Winchester. Sunan, guide me. This place is heavily guarded. thick walls and thicker guards. A place to keep a valuable man. Evidence against the Order of Ancients. Stolen from Goodwin? Survey the area, Sunan. Reeve Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife, to be carried out soon.
A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it.
That he was, and you are...
If I had what? So my
And not... Let's regroup beyond the walls! Look, Sunan.
Hey, hold on. Now you pay.
Go, Sunan.
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite reeve.
This so-called order...
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does...
Well, Eivor, when our 3 heretics smolder on a heap of ash,
Alfred believed at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the 6th.
bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning.
I found this nailed on a door. The quill wields words like a knife.
A disputation of tutelage. Pretty chatter with poisoned intent. I will look into this more.
The gallows. What do you know?
Must be another Reeve, I'm sure of it. Only
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn. Of course. That
Could it be another?
He's the man. End his terror,
Winchester mourns a good bishop and a strong, virile man.
What see you?
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Between his Swickland moose.
Winchester has passed judgment.
There are rats in the grain store, and Alfred...
There's no longer freedom in Winchester.
None is safe from his blade.
Who dares to defy Alfred's laws? The degenerates must be punished. You are the enemy of Winchester. subverter of justice.
It is not in Alfred's name.
Elf, who?
You, the only up.
I'd not do something. Selwyn's bloodlust will kill us all.
For Christ!
I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
We seem to be resting! Our bear staff! Irna Folibuma! No! Shulongan! No!
We should love on you! Fundia!
Do you believe in souls? Part of us that lives on with God after we die. Bishop Aelfir's things made me wonder.
Take them all down!
Show me.
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Aelfirth's pyre.
Very poetic. But he's going to be buried in the grounds of the minster.
Ah, now we should always pay.
The cheerful heart is good.
Magic.
And you have plunged my city into...
We have.
If the gal...
I did only what I agreed to, Alfred. If your crown now weighs heavy, I would gladly take it from you.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want
The
decay. Good.
We know, as you heard many people.
Yeah.
Such a sad story.
For me? Oh, Vic.
Spry little.
We're into a Mitchell.
Get off me, you oaf!
Stop struggling and give back that apple.
Apple? I didn't scrabble nothing! Get your fat hands off me, cow breath!
Cow breath? You little street rat.
No! Get off! Someone help me!
Godspeed! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
I need your eyes, my friend.
He's going to fall! Oh, my days, I can't look! Go on, Essobert. It's yours for the taking. Show her I love her.
What do you see?
again. You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it?
Well, or...
Hand it over, Alwyn. What?
How about I pay...
I'll stump you down!
Ha! That showed them.
Trouble seem...
And
What is so important that...
keep your sticky beak out of our business.
Whose business?
Us.
Is that... It sounds like... So you and... But you know...
They go on. Good...
Show me what lies ahead. I should watch out for a mousetrap.
I didn't get nothing today. Oh!
Layeth them low that were unclean. Hey! You are mine! They call us barbaric. You'll make good fish bait!
That's her! Dimwit Dane, didn't guess the quill's a she.
Now, Elwyn. Few have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence, and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
That's not good. Aelfrith's roof. Does she flee to the bishop's house?
Revereres! Viras edecim help Viras edecim Kundaya tipte wilat killam!
Aid me. Be my eyes.
What? Won't take long! Jesus, guide my blows! Have your guts out! Hey! Knock the idiot down, focus! We have away with you! Like a self.
Keep your wits. Dane wants my blood. No more running! Winchester will see your crime. Show yourself, murderer!
Don't think you're leaving here alive. Follow my lead. Flee! Remain steadfast. That's it. Why won't you die? With me, brother. We have the advantage. Press hard! Hey, intruder! Here! Come on!
to give what I took if but my not.
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
I'm feeling a bit dry over here.
Eivor!
Is this where Jet
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard?
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even...
What does a reeve do exactly, besides sniff around the king's coat?
I enforce and interpret the... Well, I must thank you. It must be a...
Are you sure the Seax is...
The bishop is...
I do not...
Well,
if he...
What? Whether you find or make a corpse, meet me at...
Bishop is worm meal, then here should be the proof.
Lord grant my brother Aelfred eternal bliss, where joy endures for all those beloved of God.
A peasant's clothes. Strange discovery in a churchyard.
The stranger comes to Wember.
You do not...
Wember is all
This...
web.
You...
Have you seen...
Leof. Someone heard Leof.
Yeah.
The face is burned, and his clothes do not seem to fit his frail body. It could be Wember's friend. And this corpse's build is slight, frail. Goodwin said Aelfirth was a brute.
Leave me to my grief.
A pretty show you have laid on here. But I know the truth.
You would dare speak to me? When my poor brother Aelfirth...
Your brother is the Seax, and no...
Heresy. My brother was the Bishop of Winchester.
When Goodwin got too close to the truth about your brother's place in the Order, or rather, you buried another in his place. The poor gravedigger's...
How did you...
Your brother is not in that crypt. Tell me where he is, before more lives are lost.
I will not tell you anymore. Guards! All right, have your way. They won't do you any good. Guards, protect me!
We die! What with me? I'll gut your corpse!
Why are you doing this?
Enough of this cat and mouse.
He is a...
He means to kill...
Regicide?
You... Cast about this land, my friend.
Flay off! Of the waste welter!
Prestis al calwe. Nissim forgivetnis.
Help! Blood!
Must be blocked from the other side. The Seax must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Alfred.
Has been not priest, clerk, or abbot can send a letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfirth is dead, and we mourn him. But the foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of wheat. Education, wisdom,
The bishop lives.
Why do you defend this crown?
Enough, you scheming cur!
greater men than you have died on my side.
I'll have to try that myself. Your lap. Fear me! Come on, for death! For the order! Your God! Together, lads! Any last words, heathen? Interesting move. Right, that's one. You freak, you're last.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his... I was born to... My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And no stars threw down their spear. God watched.
It may be Alfred's god was testing you.
Alfred's god is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death. My order wishes to break these...
He takes on the
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Aelfirth will not cheat.
I owe you my...
My king?
Aelfirth.
He wrapped himself in a death cloak to murder your king.
Shouldn't you rejoice at the...
We both have more questions than that. Where...
You take...
Ote wyśwelda! Skytte! Fulliat oder Werusa!
Walawa! Irda! Fluga!
Suron lavanu! Fundia!
Milton! Ja Milton dig!
Kapran!
Aid me. Be my eyes. If Aelfirth's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins. This must be it. The door to Aelfirth's secrets. I will send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it. Jammed. Need to get on the other side. Everything they did was to undermine Alfred. She lied to me. There's nothing here of the Order. I should see Alfred for my reward.
veritatis raro sedate, sint fiorum ambulare in altis.
Pick the coward up! Gado! Run home now!
The Archbishop never suspected my heritage, but I've...
Take you!
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is
when wrongdoers
have the laws
that you did, you are in good.
Here is
this too,
and he offers you
your reign.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it.
The advantage! Damn you!
Return to Hytham and Ranvi. They will want to know what happened. I will return to Hytham and Ranvi. They will want to know what happened here.
I'm grateful to...
I cleared Winchester.
Your poor...
I have to...
Then...
I intended to use it.
Randvi, what is this?
Another dispute, I'm afraid, with Holger stirring the pot once again. Will you sit in judgment?
Judgments are the burden of a Jarl. This is Sigurd's duty now.
He refuses to leave his quarter.
I don't know. It is not my...
Please. Only until Sigurd...
All right. Once more. Gudrun, Holger, come forward. You will state your cases, and I will hear you out and be as swift in my judgment as I am able. Gudrun, you may speak.
I have been robbed, Eivor. My property defaced. 3 days ago, I discovered some of my sailcloth missing. I scoured the settlement in search of it. Passing Holger's home, there I see it. Boldly displayed and worse, defaced, with scrolls and silly stories upon it.
Lies and slander!
Holger, quiet. You're well acquainted with the rules of this trial. Now, Gudrun, what did you do upon discovering your sailcloth?
I confronted him, demanding silver. For sil with Holger's inky scratching cannot be sold or bartered, can it? I ask only that I be paid for the property that was taken from me, yet he refuses.
So Holger took something that belonged to you and defaced it. Now you wish to be paid for the item. Do I understand?
That is right.
Holger, what say you in your defense?
Short days ago, I found a pile of mildew-stained detritus beneath the docks, and salvaged what I could. I wish to use it as a canvas, you see? As a conveyance for my latest works. The sailcloth was in such a state, and so obscured from view, I assumed it was refuse, abandoned goods.
I see.
My motives were honest, Eivor. Would a thief be so brazen as to display the fruits of his crime? Hardly. Yet here she claims I have robbed and defaced her property, when all I took was rubbish left by to rot.
Nonsense.
My only crime here is that I gave something ugly and decrepit a bold new life.
I see. So you feel Gudrun disposed of something and now unreasonably seeks its return?
Exactly, yes.
All right,
I might have profited from that cloth. Holger has all but robbed me of a future boon.
It was garbage. Yet now it's a part of something greater. If anything, I have increased its value. You ought to thank me.
Oh, I will thank you with the back of my...
Quiet!
That duty is mine alone, Eivor. You know this. Stand aside.
You were not here, brother. Nor did I wish to bother you.
A sallow excuse for such a bold defiance. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you finished singing, my dear Skald? My Jarl, as I was saying, Stop! Enough! I have heard more than enough to render my judgment. For as long as I've known you, Holger, you have spun words into lies. You weaken the minds of children, and delude the minds of men. I've shown you too many years of tolerance. And rather than exist in grateful meekness as Holger the liar, you sink lower. You become Holger the thief, robbing a woman of her livelihood, all in the name of your stupid stories. Sigurd, Jarl, no, that is not the... This is the consequence of your actions. You will pay Gudrun the value of 30 sailcloths. 30 times? Surely you jest. That would ruin me, Sigurd. Do I look like one to play pranks, Holger? Pay the fee, or be exiled.
Great, Jarl. If I may, I seek only compensation for a single sailcloth. The rest
30 times! In silver! That is my judgment. Eivor, please. Does this not seem unfair?
Sigurd, the punishment must fit the crime. Your judgment is cruel and unfair.
Cruel and unfair? Oh, no. No, you have it backwards. I am the definition of what is fair and what is not. I am your Jarl, the source of all right and wrong, the Lord of justice in this place. Without rank, Without order, without a chain of command, life cannot endure! Chaos will reign! Do you understand?
As my brother and my Jarl, I back you, Sigurd. But in the face of injustice, I cannot help but speak.
Have you never in your life known when to hold your tongue, Eivor? Nor defer to those wiser than yourself? My judgment stands. 30 times the sailcloth's value. That is final.
Thank you, Lord, for hearing us out.
See to it that judgment is carried out exactly as I have said. Should the need arise again, do not fail to rouse me.
Thank you, Holger. And please, do not let this blunt our friendship. I did not mean for this to escalate.
Nobody understands. You were well within your rights.
Pleasure. I want to thank you for your judgment, Eivor. For stepping in when Sigurd would not, in spite of what happened.
Poor man. I've never known him to be so angry and reckless. Is that a side you've seen?
Rarely. There have been moments when he was distressed, worried, afraid. But nothing like this. Never, ever like this.
Let us do our best for him as we take care of our own. We're his best hope for healing.
If it is not too late. In the meantime, we press on.
The Order in Winchester has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The Order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred? The line between friend and enemy is a porous one.